Welcome to the Jerry Graves channel. This channel that talks about narcissists. I want to go ahead and jump straight into the topic, but first, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Let's jump into it. Alright, so narcissistic parents never really want to put you in position to challenge them. But at the same time, they'll bully you and make you out to be a weaker person so that you are challenged by other people all the time. You know, everybody can tell somebody who's getting bullied or walked on, even if it's they're not there to see it. It shows. And that's the reason why a lot of people who get bullied in school, it starts off by your parents bullying you first. And the reason why when you see a lot of people who are ill-equipped to handle bullying at school and we're going to talk about school because normally when you talk about narcissistic parents, they did most of their damage when you were younger. But if you realize there's always that kid that's been bullied at school, like at your school, and you wonder, how come he doesn't take a karate class, or how come he doesn't, take a boxing class or something like that? And it's because the narcissistic parent doesn't want that kid taking classes. They know that the kid's gonna get bullied, but they're like, no, I don't want you to learn anything that you can challenge me with. And you might try to use that because I can't control myself. And I'm going to do things that's going to really piss you off. So to protect myself and make sure and to protect my own honor, because I can't have you beating me, I'm not going to let you take any classes. So that kid might beg for those types of classes. Let me do boxing. And they never will. And that's like the primary reason. There's other reasons why they don't. Some of the minor reasons is they don't want to drive you around. They don't want to wait, like take their time. They see it as a waste. Now I got to get up on a Saturday and go and take you to the gym and pick you up. I can't just sit around and watch TV all day. So there's other reasons other than just that they don't want you challenging them, but that's the primary reason. They don't want you to challenge them. And I was that kid. I used to want to be a boxer when I was younger. I wanted to box, and I was always asking. And the thing is my dad used to box. Like, he did some amateur boxing. So he knew how to get me into it, but he would never let me get into it. You know what I'm saying? And I'd always be asking, and they would say, yeah, we will. And they always never actually followed through, So yeah, you'll have moments like that where they don't let you box. They won't let you do stuff like that because they don't want you challenging them. They don't want you to be able to beat them. They don't want you to be stronger than them at any point in your life. They want you weak. And the other side of this is they want to be the ones, it's that they want to be the ones standing up for you. And that goes back to when you were in school. You'd see that kid get abused, and all of a sudden their parents are at the school, and their parents are making it worse. If you just taught the kid how to defend themselves or handle themselves, you wouldn't have to do that, So even like things even getting a little bit out of control, the parent goes straight to the school, and they don't just go to the school and handle stuff in a professional or an adult way. They handle it like they're an overgrown child, and they make a huge scene, and they embarrass their kid, even worse. And that's half of the reasons why they do it. Is one half of them is like, this is my property. You mess with my property, you mess with me, So that can be misinterpreted by the child as, oh, my parents are protective over me. They care about me. But no, they see you as a piece of property and they get overprotective over their things, their belongings, right? It's like a slave master confronting another slave master. Neely Fuller Jr. said that when somebody's gets mistreated, that automatically makes you a slave. The moment that you're mistreated and you don't know how to do anything about it, and you just have to take the mistreatment, that's slavery. While you're being mistreated, until the mistreatment ends, that's slavery. That's what enslavement is. So that it's like a slave master approaching another slave master, like, oh, why are you mistreating my slaves? And getting real ruffled up, and all the slaves like, oh, he's a good master. He's really protective over us. That's what your parents did, right? Or that's what your parents would do if they had the opportunity. The other part of it is they like the embarrassment. They like your shame. They want to embarrass you. They purposely are going to show up looking weird and acting over the top, show up in flip-flops, you know, and they also are a criminal. And criminals like to be at the scenes of crimes, usually at their own scene of a crime. Some people go back to their scene where they murdered someone, and they'll jerk off because to them, this area has energy there. And it's the same as if you ever worked somewhere before and you were mistreated there, and then that place closes down, it goes out of business. And it's like every time you pass by that place, you think about it, like, dang, all the stuff that went on here. It's like there's still an energy there. When they hear about you getting mistreated, they want to go into that environment and feel that energy and see who mistreated you and just have the full experience of that. It's like it's a very sick thing. And after it's done, they'll laugh about it, to themselves. They'll act serious in front of you, and when they're alone, they'll laugh about it and have their thoughts and think about it, tell themselves stories about it in their head. And that's basically what this is about. They want you to be a victim. They're raising you to be weak. And you have to do everything late. Now you have to learn how to fight late. You got to take boxing classes late. You got to do all this stuff late. You start your dreams late because they don't set you up for them. Everything starts to be late now. Even if you're the type of person who likes to be early, because you asked to do it early. You asked to learn how to box. You asked to take a karate class early so you wouldn't have to worry about this. It puts you behind. And guess what? Society will still judge you based on that. If you're a guy, they're going to be like, well, women are going to be expecting you to know how to fight. If you can't tell her, well, my parents are narcissists and I didn't learn how to fight, she's going to just look down on you and not be attracted to you. Like, what were you doing this whole time? You're supposed to know how to do things as a man. But it is what it is. And it's just basically a video to help you understand people deeper and understand the world. Just because somebody shows up to protect you, and I'm saying it with air quotes, doesn't mean that they are there to protect you, even if they act like they are. They might just be visiting the scene of a crime and taking in all the energy and enjoying and basking in it and arguing with people and firing people back up to get the energy going again of where the crime took place, where you were humiliated. And that's all I got. Peace.